All right, welcome to another episode of Straight Red People. As I said last week, we're back. We've actually been rejoined by someone who's decided to sort out their broadband and their Wi-Fi and their data, and have come back from the dead. Welcome back, guys.
Sabbatical, man.
Now
Had to regroup.
3 points.
A lot of Liverpool fans have been on a sabbatical lately.
Yeah, you know.
They might need to give Klopp one.
You have to regroup. You have to regroup and come back. You know what I mean? When your players are dropping down and going into the medical room 2 by 2 like it's Noah's Ark, bro. It's mad. It's mad still.
So we're back on that excuse again. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to kick off just on a segment on Sergio Aguero, mainly because it seems as if it's becoming clearer and clearer that he seems to be on his way out of Man City. Just want to get people's thoughts and opinions on not just the way it's ending, but the way it began, his effect on the Premier League overall, maybe even where they class him in terms of top strikers. And then I got a few other things to hop on first. Now that you're back, Bells, I see you shaking your head. I'm going to go with you. Sergio Aguero, talk to me.
Top quality striker. He's been a credit to the Premier League, I think. I don't think anybody can deny the impact he's had on Manchester City and the Premier League. He's been involved in some classic moments, obviously. The most obvious one is the whole, Aguero. That was brilliant.
It's a good moment for football.
That was television. That was TV gold. TV gold for me. Anytime United lose a title or lost the title back then was gold for me, being a Liverpool fan. But I think his goal scoring record alone speaks for itself. The last few seasons, obviously, he's been hampered by injury, and the fact that he's probably in the twilight of his career now probably didn't help. But I think he can definitely leave the Premier League with his head held high. He was part of probably the best Man City team, because even though this Man City team now has a great record, I don't think it's
100 points.
Yeah, but I don't think they're the best team. My favourite team was obviously, when they had the spine, they had Company, Yaya Toure in midfield, the prime Fernandinho, David Silva, and Aguero up top. That's the Man City that were familiar.
Wait, so you think them Man City teams are better than the Pep ones?
I prefer them. Obviously, the Pep ones, they are what they are, innit? They're dominant, they're really good. But for me, I think if you look at it now, the teams that are around them, I don't think they're as good as the teams that the old Man City were up against.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Man City right now, this season, they're getting a little bit of a free pass, because how many points are United behind them?
13, I think.
Points.
Sorry.
And I'm not taking nothing away. Yeah. They're a brilliant team.
They gave him the hand, though.
If Chelsea are on job, if Liverpool are on job, even Man United as well, I don't think they're doing what they're doing. Do you understand? So I think City, although they're a formidable team, they've been a bit fortunate this season as well. And I want to make one thing clear before you interrupt me, before you chime in. Last season, I was told that Liverpool won the COVID Premier. This is definitely the COVID Prem for them. Yeah, just to make it clear.
The COVID Prem. But
definitely the COVID Prem.
You just said that, what do you call it, that if Liverpool was on job, let's be realistic. Considering it's only like one Prem in 30 years, you lot have been unemployed for a very long time.
No. But I'm not going to lie. The season before, we pushed them as well. They just got it by 1 point.
Yeah, pushing, but we only worry about
I'm not really. Listen, don't hate on the one Prem. Fastest team ever to win it. Don't be a hater, Junior. You know what I mean? That was sewn up. Whilst I was eating my Christmas turkey. That was sewn up. That Prem was sewn up.
All right, fair enough.
I was eating it. We are the champions in December.
Okay, Aguero.
Yeah.
Aguero. Yeah, big player. Big man.
Cool.
Yeah. Aguero, obviously, he's done his thing in the Prem minute. He's had these challenges, especially when Pep came. Off the bat, remember when he came, he started dropping him because he said he doesn't really suit his style of play. Pep tried to incorporate Jesus like from before, but then Aguero came back firing. You know what I mean? He got his way back in the team, worked his way back in, smashed in goals as he does. I don't know if anyone's got his goal scoring record in the Prem, but I'm sure it's one of the best. It's probably up there, is it?
I don't know the number exactly, but I think he scored two. He's in the 200s. It's definitely.
It's over 200.
Yeah.
How many Prems has he won? 3.
I think he must have won 4, surely, because he won.
He's won 4. It's 4, I think.
Okay, so he's en route for his 5th this year.
Yeah, Mancini, thingy, and 2 for Pep. Mancini, what's the name of that guy that used to manage Villarreal with the grey hair?
Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Pellegrini.
Pellegrini.
Saying that, when I say he's won 5 Prems or whatever, he definitely was part of 4 of them anyway, because this one obviously is a bit part. So he's had a good career in the Prem. Arguably, not even arguably, he is one of the best strikers in Prem history. So you can't deny that. Obviously, yeah, he was responsible for a moment in my life that was. Well, you actually can't even forget it. It's a nightmare. You know what I mean? People like to bring it up every so often. Sky love it.
Yeah, Sky love it.
Sky
we all love it. We all love it. We all love it.
With all kind of adverts, and you know what I mean. I still remember Phil Jones like looking like an idiot when he was like,
we haven't won it. Yeah.
What have you won? So, but yeah, no, man. I rate the guy. You know, and like I said, he done well to come back. However, I'm hearing rumours about him going to. I don't know if that Chelsea rumour's true, but he's definitely gonna.
That man will link us with everyone, bruv. They think we're Dominic Soler, bruv. It's not the one. They're not gonna catch us underneath next man or next person on the stairs, like just getting head up like that. No chance.
Yeah, I think he's a bit. I don't know. Last week we said, or I said he's done out here, innit?
He's definitely done. Them man don't even want to pass him anymore.
Well, that's City though, innit? City, and just going back to that thing about City, I know what you mean. I think on paper that previous team, like you said, is like probably their best team, but I think how they're playing now is I don't know. I feel like they've kind of evolved how they're playing, but and he definitely doesn't suit how they're playing now. That's why he can't get in. So yeah, man. But all the best to him, man. He's done his job. He's a good player.
He's 4th, by the way. Just before we move on, he's
all-time goals.
He's not quite over 200. He's got 180. He's 4th, on the all-time Prem strikers goal record.
He just overtook Lampard.
Yeah,
in goals. Okay.
Yeah,
Dills, I want to flip up a bit different for you. Do you think his Champions League record, or the fact he hasn't won it, takes away from him as a player?
I think.
Does it not matter?
Like, in terms of him as a striker, across Europe, he's one of the best strikers, in Europe, over the last decade, hands down. Obviously, the fact he ain't won the Champions League, that's in terms of his own personal career and his own personal accolades, it'll obviously be something that he'll probably look back on and say, it would have been nice to, have that in the locker. I'm sure every player would want that. I don't know. That doesn't. For me, he's still world class. He still was a world class striker. So I mean, I don't think it takes away from the quality or what it is. But yeah, obviously, in terms of the record books, it's obviously going to hamper his career.
Okay, all right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mix it up a bit now. We're going to do a start sub sell. We're going to do it early because it's the man of the moment. I say we bring in Aguero. So try to think who the third person to use would be as a good example. But you know what? Because we're talking about Premier League top or strikers, let's say Aguero, Rooney, or
Kane.
Who?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. I think he's a bit different. Do you know what? Why not?
Or do you want to do similar strikers?
I was thinking similar, but it's a bit difficult to get a third one, which isn't like a Tevez or a, you know what I mean? We could throw Tevez in there, maybe. I guess
we could.
But I think his.
But does his goal record stand up for you to?
It doesn't. But he has won the Premier and the Champions League with both of them. He's won the Premier and the Champions League. He won the Champions League with Man City, and he won the Premier Man United. That man has won it with Man City, surely. So.
Yeah, I think so.
He's definitely won Champions League. I know that.
We know
he played in that final, and he played in Moscow. So
we're going with them.
Well, do you know what? Maybe not even the goal record, but just if at their absolute best, who you taking out of the three of them? So start sub sell. We'll do that. We're gonna start with Dills, then we'll go silent K, and then we'll go Bells. Start sub sell. Aguero, Rooney, Tevez.
Okay, cool. For me,
In their prime, by the way.
in their prime, yeah. Ooh, I'd probably have to.
It's easy for me, man.
I'd start Aguero. I would bench Rooney, and I would sell Tevez.
Okay. Okay.
Easy. Start Rooney. I'll bench Tevez. I'll sell Aguero.
That was quick as well, boy. No long thing.
He said it with his chest and force, you know.
Everything.
I
With
like
base.
Tevez. I rate Tevez, but when I said Rooney in his prime, when would you say that would have been? Just so I'm clear.
The year we won Champions League. So that sort of like window.
8, 9. All right, so when Ronaldo was there, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 08, 09 maybe.
All right, go on, Bells. You start sub sell.
In their prime, I would start Aguero. I would sub Rooney, and I'd sell Tevez.
Cool. To be honest, I can't sell Rooney, bruv. So that's an impossibility.
You can't sell Rooney. You can't sell
it,
Rooney was on my bench. You can't
So,
sell Rooney.
I didn't think you rated Rooney, you know.
Do you know what? No, I rate Rooney, but the problem is, the issue is for me is that I kind of felt I think obviously he evolved throughout his career, and you know, between a number 10 and a goal scorer, and he was setting things. I think he evolved as how he played and the things he did, but he did still score goals. To be fair, and he did score some vital goals.
He scored some good
My only
goals
thing
as well.
is, the issue is that, do you know what? When I think about it, Tevez is actually kind of sick, you know.
He was.
And the thing was, Tevez kept West Ham up, bruv, and that West Ham team should have gone down 150%.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sell Tevez, I'm going to start Aguero, and I'm going to bench Rooney. It's actually tougher than I thought. That
You can't front on Rooney, man, because he scored.
No chance. I couldn't say
that. Trust me.
Then he got the move to United.
They would have been outside my house.
Back on his debut.
Outside his house.
Yeah, and it just went crazy from there still. You know.
But he was really versatility.
Even the granny banging didn't knock him off his stride, boy. He was still on job.
Yeah.
Knock him off his stride.
You know what? Actually, that reminds me. You know what? Look, I need to put a disclaimer out there. So, on the previous episode, which was released last week, Saturday, there were some comments made by myself with regards to a Liverpool football player. I just wanted to clarify. I didn't know that his name was actually Kabak. I thought his name was Kebab. And so I'm just clarifying that now. And yeah, just no offense to anyone but I'm going to carry on calling him that anyway because it's just easier for me. Anyway.
You're taking the Mickey. You're taking the Mickey.
No, I'm about to
That's why I hope we get in the Champions League and he scores one diving header in your net. I can't wait, bro.
He's gonna score. Fam, you better hope we don't score a diving header like
I'm sending you the loudest voice note,
that scored that own goal against us, against Abraham Graham. Anyway,
listen.
I'm gonna mix it up now. I'm gonna flip next topic. So obviously yesterday Chelsea played to the Champions League. And tomorrow's the Champions League draw. Silent K, you probably have to be a bit silent for this part because you're not really in it. But anyway, the draw's tomorrow. And I just want to get people's opinions on maybe who they don't want to play. It's kind of probably obvious. And who they think is probably going to win it. So you can probably get involved in who do you want to win it, Silent K. But obviously for the other part, it's probably not so. In fact, because your part will be short, let's get yours out of the way. Who do you think is going to win it?
Who's going to win the Champions League? I don't know. Listen, like you said, we're out.
We don't know.
We're thinking about it, bro. So I'll just go with the obvious choice, which is Bayern. However, I think but it might not go as straightforward as that. I think I think I don't know. There could be a surprise. I know people want to get Porto next round, but I think Porto.
No, I don't want them at all.
Porto are gonna hurt someone. They're definitely gonna hurt someone. I don't know. I'm gonna just go with Bayern, but there's some dark horses, man. Maybe PSG. I don't know, but Bayern's definitely favourite.
Okay. Bells. Who don't you want to play? Maybe one team who you don't want to play, one who you do want to play, and who you think is going to win it.
I don't want to play Porto. I don't want to play
either.
Porto because they sit with that low block, and that's been killing us all season. We don't cope.
Legs as well, bruv.
Yeah, they have
Mad energy.
They're very energetic.
Bro, their wide players are tricky, bruv.
Listen.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, is that the Ibrahim guy?
And I know Trent don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
He don't want that. He don't want that because that guy's he's strong as well. He will move Trent off the ball.
James wants that. James.
I don't want.
And they got Finky at the back. Oh, can he play against us, Dills? Star. He probably can because it's Champions League.
No.
Courtois play against us.
You can't play against me. Who?
He could can. Courtois play against us.
What, when he's at Atletico?
Yeah.
I think we had some clause that he's allowed to play against us if we meet.
No, we had a clause that he couldn't, and they broke it, bro. UEFA said we can't stop him, and they played him against us. I swear, that's what happened. What? I remember. Yeah, bro. It was nonsense.
And there was no sanction for that.
Sanction? UEFA said it, fam.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so, but we have to
sure. Who else has been on loan and played against the team? Barcelona. Last season, Coutinho.
What's that with Bayern Munich?
Yeah. He scored a goal. He scored.
Yeah, probably then. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be good to see him.
We definitely don't want to play Porto, bro.
It'll be good to see him in action.
Anyway.
Not against us, bro. He looks like He looks like Turam on steroids, bro.
We'll handle Porto.
Yeah, no. He's too wedge, man. I don't want to play Porto. And I'd prefer to avoid the English teams. For me, I prefer to avoid Chelsea, and I think I prefer to avoid City because of how Chelsea didn't blow us away in terms of the scoreline, but we kind of made it looked easy for them against us. And I think the confidence they've got at the moment with Tuchel's record, the way you made Atletico just look simple as well. Like they were never in the game. I was hoping they knocked you that out, but they were never in the game. Big letdown.
I wanted that, fam.
I don't want City for obvious reasons because they took us apart. Even with the errors, I always thought in that City game against us, I felt like they had another 2 gears to go up. I didn't think they were playing that brilliantly, but I knew they had other levels that we couldn't reach. So I don't want them neither.
You don't want to play no one, do you?
No. I wouldn't mind a Real Madrid, you know. I wouldn't mind.
Now's the best time to play them. Now's the best time to play them.
That is probably the best time. But they got a few players from us that we obviously wouldn't want to somehow get a win against us, but that would be very painful.
Yeah.
Courtois or Hazard, fam. That would be very bad for Courtois.
Hazard's broken, man.
Fam, he's only broken when they've been knocked out and we don't have to play him, fam. It's not about him somehow being like, what's his name? Put Saul on the road to Damascus, bruv, and just seeing the light and hammering us, fam. We don't want that.
And I don't want to play. I don't think I want to play Dortmund because I just feel like
you don't want to play no one.
Haaland, that hybrid, bro. I don't want that hybrid running at our guys, bro. It's long.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll go Real Madrid. I'll go Real Madrid.
Dills, what you saying?
Yeah. I don't want Bayern Munich. I don't want PSG. Even though I think that those are the 2 teams that we're going to probably draw because Chelsea always gets Bayern Munich or PSG along the way.
We need them 2 to draw each other. Or to draw
I don't want. In fact, you know what? Real Madrid. I think right now is the best time to play Real Madrid and get a win against them over 2 legs. And I think the way that we're playing at the moment, I think like Carlos Vinicius Jr. and Benzema and Asensio, and I don't really think it's clicking for them right now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think defensively we're quite solid. So I wouldn't mind Madrid. I wouldn't mind Dortmund. I think Dortmund's all right, they're a little tricky. Like, yeah, they got Sancho, they got Haaland, like, but I think the team overall, yeah, they leak goals, man. Like, they're defensively.
No, they definitely leak goals. You're right, yeah.
Dortmund's poor, bro, defensively. They leak goals. And, like, I think, again, with our three at the back at the moment, and then we've got the two wing backs, and then we've got the one midfielder dropping back, like, I think we're quite solid at the moment. We'll kind of see, we'll see Haaland and Sancho out. Everyone's raving about Porto. I'm not going to lie, bro. I don't really think Juve's team's not great. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Juve's team's not great. And I think that, yeah, better side, Porto might give them a game. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think, nah, man, I think we'll be all right against Porto. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I think we'll be okay.
My thing with Porto is they've conceded quite a few goals in total. They've conceded, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. They've conceded 7 goals in the tournament. 3 of them went to Juve, and 3 of them were to Man City. No, sorry, 4 of them were to Juve, and 3 were to Man City. Bruv, all them other games are nils, bruv. When Man City went to that style Estadio Dragao, it was 0-0, bruv. Fam.
But we've got a similar record. We've not really conceded that much goals, other than what
that's
this is
true.
Game.
But you know what? For me, when I saw them play Juve, I know Juve's not great, but the thing is, they had like 10 men against Juve for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That's impressive, bro. And then they went into extra time and they won it right in extra time.
Yeah, literally.
That's kind of crazy, bro. Like,
but again, Juve's team. Remember we was having this talk the other day in a group chat about Juve. Remember you man was even getting onto me saying, bro, Juve's team's not what it used to be. It's kind of dead now. And like
Pepe's 38 and
like,
still putting a shift. You know, sometimes like when a team's like, my whole thing is, I just hope people don't sleep on Porto like 12 years ago, bruv, or 16 years ago, and get slapped
end up on the flight home.
They slapped us last time, bruv.
The thing is that Porto, they're playing low block right now, yeah, and that suits us because the way we're playing the possession football, we're gonna have most of the ball anyway, and they might try and pick us off on the break, but bro, we got 3 at the back, fam.
Man's got Otavio.
We got one midfielder dropping back,
and Corona on the right wing, fam. That could be a sign, fam.
Nah,
it's just Corona, fam.
Just avoid for me.
The bad disease, bruv. Famine on the wing, fam. Anyway, alright, cool. I hear you.
Avoid Bayern and avoid PS. That's it. Everyone else, give it a game.
I'm not even going to say who I want to avoid. I just want Bayern to draw Man City or PSG. End of story, bruv. If that happens, I'll be quite happy, fam. As long as any of them 3 draw each other, I'll be alright with that, fam. But you know what? Hell with that. I want Bayern versus Man City. I want one of them teams out now, bro.
I'm being honest. I'm not really too worried about PSG too tough, you know. I don't know, for some reason I think they can be got at. I don't know. I know obviously they got the usual suspects in it. They got a good team. We're not gonna front. But I know they got no Neymar in it at the moment.
No.
Neymar's gone. Even though last year in the final, I don't know what he was playing at, bro. He didn't show up. Them
was missing all the chances. Him and Thingy.
Yeah, didn't show up.
He looked like.
But I don't know. I just feel like PSG, the later it gets, they choke. It sounds weird because they got to the final last year. But I'm more worried definitely about Bayern, and I'm worried about City definitely.
But why is everyone so? I know Bayern won it last year, but why is everyone so worried about Bayern? They're not blowing their league away this year.
No, they're not blowing. They're not blowing their league away. But it's just, I don't know, man.
No, they look good, man.
They do still look very good.
They got good fitness, good young players. They can hurt you on the wing.
Yeah, but I don't think anything's changed from last season. Let's put it this way. Do you think they're better than last season?
I won't say they're better. They're not better. They're probably on par. And if they've dropped off, it's not
more experienced. More experienced.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't think they're the same as. I think they were probably better last of what I've seen anyway. But I guess that is what it is. I guess we'll just see what happens tomorrow. All right.
Listen, we can't get away with. We can't do this without discussing. You know what I mean? What's going on at Anfield, bro? What's going on at Anfield?
They've really done it, man.
Let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about 6. You know what I'm saying? We have to talk about it, bro.
Right. Do you really want to? I thought we'd gone through this, you know.
Right.
We
If you
can-
want
we
to
can
give your heart, your what's it called? What's the what they do at the funerals, bruv?
Eulogy.
Yeah,
So they give them.
because to be fair, it was
What's
Devante
it called?
last week, innit?
The speech of the funeral.
It was Devante last week, innit? So Bro's opinion now, innit?
Listen, with Liverpool, it's just been one of those. It's just been everything that could go wrong for a team that's probably happened at Liverpool this season. It's probably gone wrong. None of your clubs have probably had a season like ours. It's been horrific. It's been horrific. All the key players have been injured, starting with obviously Van Dijk.
Wow.
Wait.
He's been there all the time, though, right? It's not exactly like realistically, wait. All that's really happened to Liverpool is your centre backs have got injured.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Thiago was out for 3 months. Keita's been out. Just returned a few games ago.
Thiago's not really been effective though, cuz.
Your sentiments are all basically the same.
They've all been injured.
Yeah, but your sentiments are all basically the same.
Everyone's been injured.
Yeah, but your sentiments are all basic. Let's put it this way: none of your sentiments, are really anyone you could sit there and say. Maybe Thiago, maybe and Keita, maybe are a bit different, but the rest of them are all kind of the same.
But you're not listening, though. Yeah, but what you got to look at is they might be similar, but the system that Liverpool play, they're effective for our system. So, like I said, our midfielders, although they work well as a unit, I wouldn't say they go to every team in the top six and start. You know, maybe if you're looking at on a quality basis, you look at a Thiago because he might add something different. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Pardon?
He hasn't batted it up this year, Thiago.
Yeah, no.
But the thing is, this is what I said to people. What was you expecting from Thiago? If you look at his previous record,
I was expecting him to contribute somehow.
He never no goals and no assists.
He doesn't get loads of assists. He doesn't get loads of assists. He doesn't get loads of goals. I don't think he's actually been that bad, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna have that.
I think he's come to Liverpool. He's come to Liverpool, and he has realistically had to just operate like another Wijnaldum, just doing loads of leg work. He's probably done more tackles this season, bad tackles, by the way, before you say it, than he's done in his whole career. You know what I mean? And there's been so many changes in that team. You can't settle when a team's constantly having to change. Like you find the groove with a set of players, then the next minute, a few of them are out, they're gone. You've got to do a new thing, new position. It's difficult, even for a professional player with the quality that Thiago has.
Oh, no.
Let's be real. I think against Everton, he was our best player. All right, he gave away the pen against you lot. But he played well. I think he played well against you lot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just told me that Porto had 10 men and they lasted the whole game.
That's why I rated Porto. That's why I rated Porto. Yeah. I'm not going to give a rating to play well against 10 men. Realistically, okay, so hold on. That's like saying then, so how is he able to play well against 10 men, but whenever a team's got 11, he can't?
But I think he has played well.
What been doing?
When he came back, he played Newcastle.
Doing thumbs up.
I think
making his eyes go wide. Like
the real poor game that I saw Thiago have, really poor, was against Southampton. But then again, the whole team was terrible, so that's not really saying much. I think when he came on against Newcastle, he did well. I don't even think he played that bad against Chelsea, the way people were saying. I think it's just become a trend to sort of scapegoat Thiago. For me, it's just cool at the moment to be like, right, what's Thiago doing? What's Thiago doing? Because we're playing well. But when you look at it,
I don't know.
Nobody in the team's playing well. Why don't people get onto Mane? Mane's been terrible, fam.
No, but
Mane's been absolutely terrible.
You made a good point earlier about you said, okay, these injuries, they might all be like similar players, but they're part of Liverpool's system. You know what I mean? And I get what you mean. Yeah. It's a puzzle, isn't it? And parts are missing, so it can affect your whole style of play. Yeah. But one of the things I've been saying from early is that just how Thiago plays changes the dynamics of how Liverpool will play. Yeah, last season it was your Trent and Robertson. That's where everything's coming from, Trent and Robertson. Now you've got a possession player in the middle of the park who's trying to dictate the game. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like he changes how Liverpool play. And I just don't think it's working, bro. But
to be honest,
injuries, but I think even
I disagree with that because I don't think he does. I think the way he holds on to the ball is the same way people say he slows down the game. I think he plays similar to Wijnaldum in that sense. I think Wijnaldum slows down the game. But Wijnaldum's efficient, he gets praised for it. Do you understand?
Wijnaldum's a lot stronger.
Wijnaldum is stronger, but I think Thiago's a better passer.
He is
a better passer for me. And I think at this stage in his career now, he's more of an Alonso. But I think he needs, if you want him to make a difference, I think he's got to find groove with either a Fabinho or Henderson behind him. Because I think if you watch him against Leipzig, he was better when Fabinho came back, rather than he's having to do a lot of legwork that he probably weren't expecting to do.
And that's the question.
When he came to Liverpool, I think when he came to Liverpool on the understanding that, you know what, we're going to look after you and you just get to do your thing. Yeah, let us do the legwork.
That's impossible, bruv.
Hold on.
No, it's not. It's not, though. It's not. I don't think it's impossible, Junior.
So do you think Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago, do you think that's the midfield that works?
Who's going to cover the ground?
I think so. I would think so.
Who's going to cover the ground? It doesn't.
I think so.
So wait. So where's Fabinho going to play? Is it centre mid or in front of the back four?
Who?
Fabinho. Where's Fabinho?
Fabinho's my 6, isn't it? For me, Fabinho's my 6.
Okay. So Thiago and Henderson are basically centre mids.
That's what I would have.
Fam?
You guys get overrun then.
Yeah, exactly, fam.
I don't think we'd get overrun.
Thiago's a liability, bro.
Get overrun.
Because when you look at how you guys play, you guys had the reason why you guys were so effective, is your press. Yeah,
you can't press the shirt, fam.
With that, but listen, for me, the press starts with the front three, and that's been non-existent. So realistically, certain times before, a lot of the time the ball weren't even getting to our midfield too tough. The press starts from the front.
It does start from the front, but it's backed up by the others.
Yeah. It is backed up. It falls apart. It is backed up, but it's like okay, we'll do it if we have to, if they need us to. I think we're the front three. We're sitting back a little bit deeper. We're not really pressing the way we used to.
That's true.
You understand? We're not. It's gone. Firmino's not doing it. Mane's not.
I see the way you're hitting the table like Evra, and that would depend. But what I was going to say is that. But
Bam.
I agree with what you're saying.
It's been poor. I feel like Mane this season has just been playing for fouls, and the thing that hurts me with him is that certain times he's trying to play for silly fouls, like trying to back up into players. But when he's supposed to drop, when he's getting fouled, this man's trying to stay on his feet like you get medals for it. What are you doing?
He gets praised.
Thumbs up. Playing that.
Look, and I think we've been very unlucky this season as well. Because we should have had a handball against Chelsea. Kante, that was a handball, fam. That's not a handball. That wasn't a handball.
Right next to him. Where's supposed to put his hand?
Nah, fam. His hand was up. What's his hand doing up for? His hand was up.
Let me just come in, bro. Listen, if
handball.
you want to be reaching
for
stuff,
never handball.
That was handball.
If you want to be reaching for stuff, that's fine. Handball. I can understand. You know,
Leicester, Johnny Evans pushed over Mane right in front of the ref. How's that not a foul, fam? You gonna tell me that weren't a foul?
So what about let's put it back.
Man raised his hands and just pushed
Werner. Man got offside for his arm for here. Man got offside and the line was like there.
It's VAR. You man told me VAR does this job. It's VAR, bro.
No, I said
VAR.
To be clear, I'm going to say this one time.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with VAR. All VAR is a computer system which replays stuff. It's the same clowns making the decisions and the same clowns getting it wrong. VAR's not the problem, fam. And they tried to bring in VAR to solve the issues and to make things clearer, but you've still got the same clowns making the decisions. Of course, they're going to keep getting it wrong.
Yeah, I think with Liverpool as well. I told people as well. People thought I was talking nonsense because obviously what we've won after. When we sold Coutinho, we don't have a player like that. So Klopp wants to change tactics, but I don't think we've got the personnel to change the tactics. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but
we don't have like last season or this season he wants to play. Last season we did it, but we played a bit more controlled. But we still had that next gear where we weren't breaking teams down. It was relentless. We went back to the old 17-18 style.
That's why you bought, what's his name? Minamino, isn't it? To replace Coutinho.
Nah, Minamino is not a replacement for Coutinho, bro.
So what was he there for? Hold on.
Forget Minamino, I believe, was the sort of buy that Jota was. He was there to rumble the front three. For me, that's what I feel. Yeah? For me.
Right,
to maybe someone like a replacement or a challenge for Firmino. And obviously it hasn't hit. But yeah, for me, there's no creativity from Liverpool. The intensity's gone. It's zero. And we've made bad decisions, man. Like, I don't know.
Do you think the cycle's done for this team and that it just needs refreshing in a couple of areas? Do you think some people are like just done?
I think certain players are. For me, I think you're gonna look at a Firmino. You're gonna look at Oxlade-Chamberlain. You're looking at the Origi.
He didn't play for the past 2 years anyway.
No, but listen, the problem with Klopp is, with Klopp, I don't feel like Klopp's ruthless enough, innit? Klopp, like, he wants to be players' dads. He's trying to, like, Origi was supposed to go, and he scored in the Champions League final, and he said, "Oh, because he done that, we're not selling him no more." If he weren't good, just because he scored one goal in the Champions League final, it won us the trophy probably or contributed to it. I don't feel that should keep you at the club. I feel like if you're not deemed good enough, if you hit a one away goal, you should still be moved on. And that's the problem with Liverpool. Liverpool are holding on to players, I feel, that are not good enough. Players that can come on and they're not making a difference. Jota is the only one that is applying pressure to that front three. Mane and Salah are not scared of Origi. They're not worried about Shaqiri. They're not worried. So when they have a bad game,
it's true.
What are they frightened of? You know, what are they worried about? Do you understand? If Sterling doesn't play well, he's thinking, bam, Foden's there, you know, or Mahrez, or do you understand? They got personnel there. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the personnel. And maybe what you got to look at is certain Liverpool players, they're great in the system and they look world class in the system because the system has been so. No, the system's been so efficient, but individually, maybe they're just not as good as we believe they are.
Not you. I never thought they were that good.
All right, yeah, maybe they're not as good as Liverpool fans thought they were.
But this is good because long may it continue. All right, so
we'll be back though. Don't worry.
I'm not worried, bro. Hey, Dill's already said he wants to join you with the Champions League. I'm not worried at all.
That's cool.
Hey, they're gonna get
Mbappe. What you wish for, innit? You don't want to get
Mbappe,
bro. It's happened to you, man, already.
Hey, they're gonna get Mbappe next season, innit? They're gonna be back next season.
I might even hop on to you because of your case, bro. Because
I'll be honest, yeah.
I know you bad to all them defeats, bro. All them L's in a row, bro.
I prefer Haaland, to be honest, but
moving like LL Cool J without the vowels and the J. Anyway, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna flick now to the segment everyone loves to have a say on. The straight red segment. Dills.
Yo.
You handing this one to this week. He's getting that. He's got to go.
I'm gonna give my straight red to Diego Simeone. And the reason why I'm going to give it to Diego Simeone is because I'm not going to lie, over the 2 legs, I think that for a team that's meant to be, I don't know if it's still that case, but for a team that's meant to be like 5 points clear in the Liga and game in hand and all this stuff, whatever, I expected a much tougher game over the 2 legs. You know what I'm trying to say? I thought we was going to go out and I thought we was going to get battered kind of thing. You know them ones there? I'm kind of shocked. And okay, the first leg, cool. Simeone kind of went negative. We got him on the sucker punch with the one little Giroud goal. That match had 0-0 written all over it. You know, that one goal just come from kind of nothing. But cool. You've got a second leg now where you've got to go for it. Atletico gave us a game for maybe the first 10, 15 minutes when João Felix and Suarez was looking kind of lively and our defence was looking a bit shaky for the moment. You know, Zuma and Rudiger was kind of warming up the engines, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's looking a bit frosty. But when we kind of got into our groove and we kind of got going, all of a sudden it was 75% possession and it was 71% possession. And I was thinking,
Yeah, but that's how they always play without the ball.
The game. Say that again.
Surely that's how they always play without the ball.
No, but it's like, dude, you're 1-0 down, Champions League, round of 16. You got to go. When are you gonna go for the game? When are you gonna go for the game? And it's like they just allowed us to just kind of just get going, and boom, we got them with the ZH goal. Okay, you're 1-0 down. It's 2-0 now. Yeah, we've got our goal, we've got our away goal, we've got our home goal now. You lot have to go for it now. Surely you have to go for it in the second half. And they still just sat back and just let us keep going. And it got ridiculous. Suarez come off, and then it's like, okay, you're trying to get a goal, and you go and take off your top scorer. Like,
he hasn't scored in the Champions League for them, though.
But it's just like, fam, what the hell you do? I rate Simeone, you know. I think he's a top manager, and for the way that Atletico played, especially this game yesterday, I was thinking, nah, I'm not really too sure if I would like take Simeone at my team no more, Carl. This doesn't make sense.
You wanted him at Chelsea?
Like, say that again?
You wanted him at Chelsea?
Yeah, I thought Simeone would be a decent manager. Do you know what it is?
So negative, bro.
Do you know what it is?
You get positive, bro. Why would you want that?
Over the years,
there would have been bare little nils and 1-0, bro.
Nah. Look, I understand he's strong and he's gritty, but fam, you don't want that negative football.
No, but we work, bro. When we have negative managers, bro, we get
you get what I'm trying to say? Look like
Mourinho was quite negative, bro. We won the league. Conte's quite a negative manager, bro. We come back and won the league.
Said all of them.
We play well when we're negative, but anyway, cool. But going back to the point, like for me, I just thought, that was disappointing, and I expected a lot better from Atletico Madrid. And looking at that, I'm not really too sure if they're going to win their league now. Still, I think if Real Madrid and Barcelona can pick up form over these last couple matches, they might be able to kind of
maybe Barcelona. I don't trust Real at all. So, but that's a different conversation altogether. All right, Silent K, straight red.
Yeah, my straight red is. I was initially going to go with Simeone as well, but I think on a broader scale, my straight red is for La Liga. I think La Liga's done out here, bruv. I think these Spanish teams have been poor. I saw something yesterday. Apparently, this season, there's been 6 head-to-heads between Prem teams and La Liga teams. Bruv, apparently it's 11-0, bruv, to the Prem, like in terms of goals. Yeah,
but them teams are dead, bruv.
It's 11-0. I think these teams, Atletico meant to be top dogs now, yeah? I think that's the worst Atletico I've seen in the last, 4 or 5 seasons, bruv.
A long time.
True.
Like, though Simeone usually sits back, they're usually very dangerous, bro. It was light work, bro.
It was easy.
This was light work. I was like, he's the best in Spain, bro.
Nah, it was. I agree with you.
And then going notoriously the best in Spain. Oh my God, Barca, bro. Yeah? Barca, okay, everyone said, oh yeah, they look good against PSG in the second leg. I thought in the first leg, bro. Yeah.
So the first leg we got packed.
Oh my God. And Real Madrid, listen, I think can someone educate me, brother? I know obviously there's a pandemic and recession here. Is Spain like being heavily affected? Because
no. So what happened is, so Spain has been heavily affected, but with Barcelona and all these clubs, the problem is them man have silly especially Barcelona, they got silly wage bills. Their stadium's 100,000 people. They can't even get people into their stadium, bro. That must kill them, bro. Then obviously, I don't even know what their TV money deals are like, but they can't be great. So it's just a combination of all of these things have just hammered them. No Ronaldo for Barca, for thingy, and they had debt before anyway, but before they could service it. Man United would be in the same situation if Man United weren't earning money. If Man United didn't have the Premier League money and if Man United, Premier League money really. If Man United didn't have the Premier League money, Man United would be in trouble. But the difference is, it's just, and I think you're right about the Spanish teams. The one thing I will say is they're old and they've all been signing very poorly. Suarez, Barca don't want him when he goes to Atletico Madrid. It's not exactly like before when they were taking all the best players from the Prem. They were taking the Torreses, the Bales, and they've gone for the moment.
The quality has dropped across the league. The quality
significantly.
But this is good because them man won a few too many Champions League in their time, fam. So they need to take a few L's, bro. Remember Barca and Real taking a mickey.
If I said I'm sad about it, I'd be lying still. I'll be lying.
Exactly.
It's about cycles. Everyone has their cycles. Them man had their moment, man.
I like Barca, but them man, no, not for me. Hey, Bells. Is your straight red?
I don't know, man. I was gonna give it to Jamie Carragher, you know, for trying to have to dig up Micah Richards about the Champions League, because I knew Micah Richards was gonna come in with the Prem medal. I knew he was gonna do something like that, and I thought, you know what? Don't talk about that when you ain't won the Prem, because he's just gonna come back and hit you with that still. I don't know. Do you know what? I haven't really thought about the straight red, you know.
That's interesting.
I was thinking Atletico
okay.
as well, because they were really, really bad. So bad that it made me upset that they knocked us out last season the way they did.
Now, last season they were point though. The last season they were job.
Nah, I was upset, man, because I thought you've gone from that to this. It was terrible, bro. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was terrible.
All right. I'm thinking I had three actually. I was gonna give one to Jody Lescott, but he said something so stupid that I've even forgotten what it was. So I can't even give it to him. I'm gonna have to try and remember that one. But let me give it to God, I think I'm gonna have to give one to Moyes. This guy's trying to get Champions League football. He comes to Old Trafford and he basically changes the way he's been playing, which has been getting him success. And he starts Mark Noble. What? No wonder you lost your job at Old Trafford. What are you doing? He just went. He basically just went there and played Big Sam football for him. It was poor. And then when they start losing, then they want to bring on all the superheroes. Like, what are you doing? It's very, very poor decisions, bruv. And when they actually brought on the other players, they looked like they could actually do something.
He bottled it, man. He should have been brave.
Absolutely shocking from David Moyes.
Bottled it.
And I know when he plays Chelsea and Arsenal, watch him put anyway. This guy's still got ties to the club, bro. He's probably still being paid off by Fergie. And my other one, it's a bit of a controversial one, but I might have to give it to Rio. I agree Rudiger went down like a sack of potatoes yesterday, but I don't like the way some of these ex-Man United fans, when it's a Chelsea game, they were all over Aspilicueta about that being a penalty. But I've seen some of the antics from Maguire and some of the other stuff. Rio don't talk with his chest, bro, when it's Man United related. Bro.
What about when Maguire was bear hugging Aspilicueta in the box, fam?
When he does that, Rio talks with his little voice, indoor voice. He talks with his indoor voice. But when it's Chelsea, he wants to put bass there, bro. Nah. Not today, big man. Not today. I won't be having that from you. So, yeah, Rio, you're going to have to take a red.
Couple side notes. This ain't straight reds. Side notes. Did you guys hear about the Belgian... I mean, not that people might be interested, but did you guys hear about the merger of the Belgian League and the Dutch League?
And the Dutch League, yeah, bro.
Agreed.
That's crazy.
That's sick. Still, it's a good idea.
And also...
To be fair, the Belgian League's kind of dead still.
I saw a really good debate between Henry and Carragher about Haaland and Mbappe. I guess there's a quick fire question. Who would you take? So, Dills, who would you take?
Mbappe.
Bells?
Haaland.
Guns?
Haaland.
Okay, I'm going Haaland as well.
Thank you for another episode of Straight Red. Please like, subscribe, and, we'll see you next week, isn't it? Peace.
Have a good one, guys.